Okay, now we are going to work on the terza coniugazione, third conjugation. This is the conjugation whose verbs end with the suffix ire. It is in Latin the fourth conjugation, just in case. This conjugation has two sets of verbs, and they are conjugated in different ways, and we have to pay attention to that. The first set are verbs like partire, and the second set are verbs like capire. I call the first set weak form and the second set strong form, but that is not the technical terminology. I'm just using these two terms to distinguish between verbs like partire and verbs like capire. And we are going to go into the conjugation and you will see the difference. But pay attention. Here is the list of the subjects, the subject pronouns. Then we split the verb, the infinitive, between the stem that never changes and the ending. The ending ire indicates the infinitive. Partire means to depart. We are going to add now the stem to each one of the subject pronouns, to the persons again, and here are the endings. Io parto. Remember that O is always the ending for io. Tu parti. I is always the ending for tu. Lei parte. Iamo is always the ending for noi. Partite, partono. Io parto, tu parti, lei parte, noi partiamo, voi partite, loro partono. Always retract the stress in the loro form, one syllable over. Now let's look at capire. Again, we split the stem and the ending. The stem is cap. And here is where we really need to start paying attention. Io capisco. Tu capisci. Lei capisce. Noi capiamo. Voi capite. Loro capiscono. There is an extra syllable that is inserted in some of the persons. Io, tu, lui, and loro. There is an extra syllable. Io capisco. Tu capisci. Lei capisce. Noi capiamo. Voi capite. Loro capiscono. The syllable ESC or ISC is inserted between the stem and the endings. Compare partire and capire. The endings are identical. Io, tu, lui, lei, noi, voi, loro. If you look at the endings for the person, the suffixes are identical. But verbs like capire, you must add an additional syllable between the stem and the suffix. And here we have a list of verbs in both sets. In the weak set, like partire, we have aprire, to open, divertire, which means to amuse. Divertirsi is to amuse oneself, to have fun. Dormire, very important for students, to sleep. Offrire, to offer, to give as a gift. Partire, well, we saw that. Seguire, to follow. Sentire, to feel, to sense, and to hear. Servire, to serve, which in Italian has a much wider spectrum of use. Semantic area is much wider. Scoprire, to discover. Soffrire, which is what you do when you learn verbs. Soffrire, to suffer. Vestire is to dress someone. Vestirsi is to get dressed. Or svestire is to undress. Svestirsi is to get undressed. In the strong form list, capire, which to understand, costruire, to build, definire, to define, digerire, to digest, dimagrire, to lose weight. Important verb, finire, to finish, to complete. Preferire, to prefer, to like better. And then what you never do with your room is pulire, to clean up, to straighten up your mess. Pulire. Io pulisco, tu pulisci, lui pulisce, noi puliamo, voi pulite, loro puliscono.